Hi everyone and welcome back to another video with me Shruti Vashist. You're watching Living Our Ascension. So in this video I'm going to do a reading for 2021. So these are going to be messages of what your life is going to be like in this year. And it's not just your life in general, but it's related to your spiritual purpose and what's opening up for you there, and with regards to living on the planet as a master and as someone who is involved with self-empowerment. So what is that going to look like for you in this year? What are you going to achieve? What gates are opening up for you? That kind of stuff. So if you would like to receive your reading, then please keep watching this video and subscribe if you're new here. Give this video a thumbs up if you like this idea and you would like to receive more videos like this one. And below this video you can check out a link, actually many different links, to work with me at a personal level. I've added this new reading, actually two new readings. One is a tarot reading which is very discounted, and also this reading about what is your purpose within the new Aquarian age that we have just walked into. And then of course there's all of those old readings that are there as well. So check out all of that below. I even have courses too. So in order to receive your reading, what you have to do is choose one of these 3 household items that I picked up randomly just now, and we'll see what messages want to come from them. But the first one is this mask. So you can either choose this mask. It looks like this. Or number 2 is this bangle. So that's the bangle. And number 3 is this perfume. So those are your 3 choices. Just pick one, and when you're ready, look in the description below this video. There's going to be timestamps, so you can jump straight to your choice and listen to your message there. Okay guys, so if you chose number 1, then of course you chose this mask, and this is like a masquerade mask, of course. And I have picked these objects, but I don't necessarily have anything in mind, so this is just going to be spontaneous, the message is coming now. But what I feel with this is that you can see how beautiful and intricate this mask is. It looks like lace work, but masks usually represent putting on a mask or taking off your mask. And I feel that this year is you are just taking your mask off. And that is a really, really good thing, because what it means is that your whole identity is changing in a bigger way perhaps than you expect. So, we all have, we all grow through the years just naturally. And with some self-empowerment work, perhaps that growth is faster. But this growth is going to be faster than you have known to be, than perhaps you're expecting. It's going to be much more potent, much faster, much more significant, and in a really good way. Like you're going to become this whole new person. It's like, it's like when we wear clothes, right? Like every day we get up, when we shower, we put on our clothes and stuff, and our clothes can change, but that's the outer personality. And what's behind that is always the same, our body, and even deeper, like our soul. So this mask is something like that. There's nothing wrong with it, but it's what you've adorned yourself with, a persona. And now you're just taking it off. There's no need for it anymore. And what's going to be left is something that is much more simple, that is much more, that is just you, and you'll be able to show that more. And it doesn't mean that you don't have a public persona or anything like that, but you're just going to be so much more comfortable. And I feel like there's going to be some changes that happen in your life, or perhaps it's already happening, which might be more psychological as well. And these changes are leading to this new side of you coming out, that through 2021 you'll be becoming a new person. And I know that we keep saying that, that something is shifting, something is changing, we're evolving, but this is a bigger, significant change. So we'll get some more messages about that in just a bit. I'm going to pull a card for you, but I want to see what else I'm getting from here. No, I think that's it. I'm just going to get a card for you now. So we're going to get another message, or more an in-depth message about 2021 for you. So it says here, giving birth. So again, look at that. I was speaking about being naked, and look at the woman here. You know, she's in that innocent, simple position, that, what is that word, primal position, that we were all just like born like this, and she's lying like that. So let me have a look at the card now. So there's this dove that's there, that's going up. Doves symbolize divine messages. I'm bringing forth new and dynamic energy into the world. So again, you are changing, you're transforming, you're becoming more of yourself, and you're okay with all of those flaws that you thought you had. There's this new maturity that has landed in you, and you just don't need as many clothes, as many embellishments anymore, because you yourself are that bright, you know, you are the jewel, sort of a thing. And I know that we're speaking like symbolically now, but let me get something more concrete for your year 2021 from this. And for some of you watching this might literally be giving birth as well, if that is on the cards for you, if that's what you've been planning. You know, it could be a pregnancy, but I feel that there's just this new identity, there's this new you that is here. It's like, you know, the ethereal and what's grounded combined. You can see even the colors are like this lilac that is so ethereal, and then there's these leaves and the green sort of like uniting and being experienced as one. So I pulled another card for you because I wanted to get a grounded message. And of course, this is the card that we get, is the Page of Pentacles. And you can see here that there's the star again and the sun. So heavenly bodies will be important this year. Let me see, perhaps around the time of your birthday, or around the time of the new moon, or when the sun goes into your sign, like even your ascendant sign or your moon sign, whatever your main signs are if you follow astrology, or even just the time of your birthday, the month of your birthday, you're going to see some almost like you come alive, and it's like the universe is bringing you, is showering you with everything that's needed for your path. Like all of that just falls in your lap. And this is going to be throughout the year for you. There's going to be much more ease when it comes to manifesting things, when it comes to having the support that you need for your spiritual life, for the mission, for what you really desire and want. You know, at an earthly level as well, at a physical level, at a material level. So you're going to be seeing that the support is coming in ways that it hasn't previously. And the way that you're manifesting this as well is in a much more graceful manner, much more restful manner, because you see here she's just lying down, and even in this card there's this more flowy sense. It isn't this like big action sort of energy. It's more like just being relaxed and knowing that all is graceful, that you are within the grace of all that is, within the grace of source. And so things just come through that, because the way that we anyway manifest things is to know what our self-worth is, you know, that we deserve the best, that we deserve to be nourished, we deserve to be supplied, and all of that. So you can do that even by being still and not having so much action, but just knowing who you are, what you are, being comfortable there, and not expending so much energy on what this person thinks about my body, what that person thinks about what I do for a living, you know, etc. So you're letting all of that go, and because of that ease and that simplicity, there isn't much distraction and all of this going on, even if you're involved in a lot of activities or meeting lots of people. But within that, you can be yourself. There aren't any masks anymore. And because of that, everything just comes easy. Opportunities just land in your lap, and you're going to be seeing major abundance this year. That's the message that I'm getting. Because again, the stars sort of fall. Look, he's holding the ball, the sun and the stars in his hands. So yeah, so that's the message that I'm getting, that abundance is on its way to you. You're going to be It's not always, abundance is not always money, although it can be, it can very well be. But it's also like, you know, if you've always desired friends that are just like you, that understand you, that's a gift, that is abundance. It can be the house that you want, you know, in the area that you want, or in the place that you want, that you're able to make that happen finally. So abundance comes in so many forms, but it's like those things that you wanted for material stability, or in order to feel happy, to feel content materially on this earth. You're going to be seeing that coming with much more grace, with much more ease, and there's no effort to it. So I hope you enjoyed this message. Let me know in the comments below how you found it, and give this video a thumbs up because that helps me out a lot, and subscribe if you're new here, and I will see you in the next video. Okay, so if you chose number 2, then you get this bangle, and you can see that this bangle is gold, and it's like a sparkly gold. It's actually handmade. I got it from Kashmir, and you know, when I looked at it, it wasn't like that refined. You can see that some of the painting here is kind of a little bit you know, it's not that refined and fine work, but there was something about it. I wanted to buy it because it was, I was seeing the artists sort of make it, you know, they were these people had made it themselves, and they were the ones selling it. So that is what was special in it for me, that it stood out for that reason, and I bought these bangles. So I really feel here, there's these really high vibrational colors in this bangle. There's gold, and then there's peach, and it's like this sparkly peach. I didn't even notice it until this moment. I don't know if the camera is catching it, but it's like this peach color, and peach is related to divine creativity. It's related to angelic creativity, and gold as well is the color of the master. So I feel that there's this refined energy that you're working with. Perhaps these are gifts that you have already, but now they're bringing fruit to you. So even the previous message, number 1, had to do with material stability and abundance, so perhaps you'd even like to check that out after you finish watching this one. But I feel that this message is more about creativity, that you are coming into your own, because this peach and gold color, especially when they come together, they relate to someone who is in tune with their angelic self, and who it's like, what do angels do? You know, the creation angels, for example, they just simply sing, and because they are so in harmony with the love for source, for God, or whatever you want to call it, and for all of creation, from that love, this singing just flows, and from that singing, planets are created, worlds are created, forms are created. So everything that is birthed is created through that beautiful singing and that beautiful harmony, that dance of life, whatever you want to call it. So just because you're not an angel in the sky, or you know, this perception that we all have, it doesn't mean that you're any less important, because we are all co-creators with source. So at the end of the day, wherever we find ourselves right now, we're on this planet, we can create with that same knowing within, that you are this, and you know, angelic creator, because we all have that potential within us. There's an angelic self of ours, there's a master self of ours, and when we just allow for that, the things, the talents that emerge from that, usually, you know, it'll be very refined inside of you. So for example, you might I'll give you my example. Like sometimes I wake up with this angel singing in my ear, like this tune, and there's this harmony that is there, and sometimes I'll record it, you know, while I'm still half asleep and I'm waking up. But I haven't really done much with those, though I've had so many through the years. And so that's refined, you know, the way, but to be able to produce it in the physical, like if I were to try and sing it, perhaps I can't capture it all in the same way. But and perhaps I don't even know how to sing. But whatever creativity you are putting out there, that is inspired from above, that is inspired from within, this creativity might be not that refined, just like, you know, the work on this is like, you know, these chubby flowers, but they're so beautiful still, you know, they caught my eye because they were done, it's handwork, you know, it was made with love, and that's what I feel for you, that you'll be doing that. And because you're able to do that, prosperity comes to you, because these are the colors of prosperity, especially gold, and this is sparkly gold. So you will be seen for it. You will be seen for this, for these creative talents, or for the way that your work is flowing, because that is also creativity. It's not just hobbies, but it could be, you know, whatever work you do, the way that you put it out there in the world. So this is the energy of being seen. Okay, now without I don't want to keep speaking, because I have cards to pull for you as well to get further messages. So I'm just picking up the deck here, and we're going to pull a card now for you to get more messages. Ooh, so it says trusting your intuition. So have a look at that image. It says to me that you hold the key. So it's kind of like what I was speaking about, that resource lies within, that talent lies within, because sometimes we feel that I don't have any talent, you know, how am I a spiritual person? You look at other people that they're doing all these things that are spiritual. Perhaps they do readings for other people, or they're some sort of an energy healer or whatever, and you think that, you know, I don't have this, you know, I feel the sacred within me, but I don't know what to do, like how to live this life, perhaps take it to the next level or next stage, or help others. But it says here, trust your intuition. You have it within. You don't need these high level skills. You don't need to go and get some sort of a certificate necessarily. That is given to you when we just have an open heart and we trust. It comes to us. So that skill, that thing in itself is refined, that energy. And when we put it out there, it might not be that refined in the beginning. For example, if you're painting and you've never painted before, it's not going to come out, you know, like a professional painter. But at the same time, it'll carry that energy that has been given to you, that consciousness that has been endowed upon you, you know, that message that wants to be delivered through you. That is what stands out about it. That is what makes it unique, and that is what attracts as well, because when something so potent, vibrant, and full of life, and so pure and so abundant is channeled and put out there, naturally it brings back that the same energy. So so it's saying, don't be afraid to do this. And let me see what else. And I'm seeing how fertile this is, you know, like this is fall, everything's dying and leaving, and perhaps that's how you feel about your creativity, or a certain creative aspect of yours, you know, that you haven't yet explored or you're scared to explore. But there's actually fertility, there's water, you know, so that it's going to prosper, and all you have to do is trust that my life is truly guided. So remember that your life is truly guided. I'm going to let's see, yeah, pull one more card for you. So we have another deck, and I'm just gonna quickly pull one. This is a tarot deck, and you get 5 of Cups. So if you know about the tarot, you can interpret this the way that you want, but I usually don't use the tarot interpretations. I just look at the picture and I see what I get from there. So I believe that the 5 of Cups is related to material deprivation or feeling that way. But again, life is offering you these gifts, you know. Look at this woman, like she looks depressed or sullen, but there's an opportunity being offered to her, like a coin, or looks almost like a coin. There's a tree that is blossoming, and she's not even noticing all of these things. All she wants to do is just walk in this mood of feeling like a victim, or feeling like she is not good enough. And look, there's even cups that are flying above her. Cups also symbolize, you know, like cups can receive, so they can be filled in, so receptivity. So you need to see that magic is all around you, abundance is all around you. So if that is what you want, whatever abundance means to you, it could be relationships, it could be money, it could be success, it could be your spiritual abilities, but abundance is all around you. And you know, sometimes we don't see it physically in the way that we expect or the way that we think, but all we need to do is keep an open heart. And like I said, there's messages coming to you all the time, and you'll be seeing it this year. They'll be coming through, strong messages for you. And when they come, you know, keep an open heart, even if you don't know what to do with them at first. Like I told you, I receive angel songs sometimes. It's almost like I am singing, like my angelic self is singing, but it's like, you know, it's not even one tune, it's like 2-3 multiple beings, but it's all me singing together, you know, like how you have different harmonies in one song. And how do I translate that in the physical, you know? So just keep an open heart and do what you can. For example, like I record it, you know, that's the first step. Then perhaps I try and play it, or I try and sing it, and something unfolds from there. It's not about trying to recreate the exact perfection of what you receive and know within, but it is about allowing perfection to flow through you in the way that it wants, and just receiving, you know, what you receive, and being open, allowing it flow. When consciousness comes through you, through your heart as the portal, and it manifests as something physical, whether it's a creative project or something you say to someone, a message you deliver, whatever it is that you're putting out there, it takes on a different form. It doesn't have to be the same as you experienced it, but at the same time it'll be an expansive version of the same, and you will get a similar feeling, but it'll be a more expanded version. So that is the full flow of it, that you feel something in its simplicity, then, you know, you experience it in its diversity when you allow it to flow. So I hope that this is making sense. It's really just about appreciating the talent that you have, and that you are always in flow, you're always guided, and that it's what supports you, and you can really make that happen this year. All the cards that you got were related to that. That there's opportunity all around. Just trust it, be with it, and play with it. So I hope that this message was helpful for you. Let me know in the comments below if it resonated, and give this video a thumbs up. That helps me out a lot. Subscribe if you're new, and I'll see you in the next video. Okay guys, if you chose number 3, then you got this perfume. So this perfume, the name is Night Flight to Venus. And this perfume is one of my favorites. It's a natural perfume. So I stopped using, you know, chemical perfumes many years ago, and I only have these natural perfumes. So this is from Living Libations, by the way, for anyone who's interested. This is a company in the US, and they produce really top quality, without any chemicals, these really lovely perfumes. So this one, why I like it, I have another one that I bought from them, but I really like this one. It has notes of jasmine and vanilla, you know, tangerine, neroli, other things. But the thing is that it has hay in it, which is something that I found really interesting. And it has all of these light, beautiful, feminine notes that are there. They're deeply sensual, you know, jasmine, and it just feels so good. Vanilla. It's like I want to eat this, you know, it's so sensual. But at the same time, the addition of hay makes it a little bit more dirty, if you can think of it that way. Not dirty, but makes it more grounded, almost like, you know, when our sensuality can be something that is light and playful, like in the way that a girl, let's say, flirts with a guy, you know, when she's really young or something. You know, there's a playfulness about it. There's the sensuality that is there. It's sweet. It's fun as well. It's alive. But then this hay aspect brings in that depth to it as well, that maturity to it as well. There's this groundedness that is there, that you're, you know, that you can be sensual and playful, and flirtatious, no matter what the environment is. You know, whether you are, like, you don't have to look a certain way, you don't have to be in a certain environment to feel that way. That even when things are dirty, you can feel like that. Even when you come undone, even when you're in an environment where you haven't been before, you can be yourself with your partner, or just generally with life, you know, that you're comfortable being that way. And there's this sense of maturity that comes then, that, you know, this sensuality is not something external based on how I smell or how I look, but it's actually, all of those things are great and they enhance it, but it's really just me, and I can be this way no matter where I am or in what situation. So that's one message that you get if you chose this. and you can see I can't even stop smelling it. So there's this desirous nature that is unfolding within you. I feel like people are going to be attracted to you. Sensuality is opening up for you, like, you know, the magnetism. So I'm going to pull 2 cards for you. So let me get the first one. So from this deck, I'm just going to get one now. And you get emerging into grace. So just have a look at that first. So let me see the image myself. So there's this woman, she's lying down, and there's this lotus that is there. There's fish, and it says, I open my soul to grace. I open my soul to grace. Okay. So it's weird because there's lots of things happening in this card, but somehow what I notice is this fish offering her a gift. So again, this goes with what we were saying, that because no matter what gender you are, if you're watching, if you chose this, more sensuality is opening up within you. And you know, sensuality isn't always like in the bedroom or sexuality or when you're flirting with someone. It has to do with this juiciness, this aliveness that is in your body, that, you know, people awaken when they let go of their past, when they do things like yoga, when they do whatever other spiritual practices, you know, tantra, and simply just being like not resisting life anymore, knowing that all is graceful, that all just flows through me. Some emotions that I feel are here, but you know, they do their work, then I can let them flow, and I can let new energy come in that also flows, and I can create beauty, I can create harmony within my relationships, within the work that I do. All just finds flow, and you can enjoy that. You can relish, you know, being in this body and being that channel for source and whatever wants to come through you. So when we live like this, we become immensely attractive to other people. So whether this is for personal relationships, whether this is for a business or, you know, profession, but there's people that will be bringing gifts to you. So in a sense, and I feel specifically that this is not just life bringing you opportunities, but it will be through other people, the people that will be drawn to you. And they're not just drawn to you to be in your presence, but they will actually be, there'll be an equal exchange where they are giving you gifts. They also have something to offer. They're bringing something that you really need as well. And that is what grace really is as well. You know, a graceful person doesn't just give and give and give, you know, and then until they have no energy left. Grace is like a sense of harmony. Harmony means give and take, an equal balance, that whatever goes is also replenished, whatever goes is also replenished. There's this yin-yang balance and flow that is there. I feel that you're also becoming more open to receive as well, because there's this more feminine energy around you and flowing from within you, which is about receptivity and being comfortable with that, because you know your worth as well. And so I'm going to pull one more card and let's see what other message we get. So we have this deck, and I'm just going to pull a card for you. Ooh, you get the Magician. So have a look at that. I don't usually use the traditional tarot meanings. I look at the image and I see what I get from there. But the Magician is the card of manifestation, is the card of being. Look at this. This is so related to everything we've been saying. It's like she's just in flow. There's so many material things around her. It's like she's made of it. You know, her dress is made of it. So it's like they're an extension of her, and how she's feeling, how she knows herself to be within harmony, within magic, within grace. Things just flock to her. Everything that she needs just comes, and it's almost like they're gifts. Look, you know, there's love notes. What else is here? There's all of these stars dangling and cups and people offering her wine. There's feathers and just all kinds of things, and you know, it's just such a beautiful card. She has a wand in her hand, which means that she's the one who creates her abundance, and she knows that anything that she wants, she can have. Oh, so let's see what other messages here. There's an owl here that stands out to me with a trinity sign on top of him, and the yin yang that I was speaking about. So I feel that your relationships this year are becoming much more harmonious, much more graceful. You're not in it for the fight and to be right, and rather than that, there's a sense of maturity that has come, and you're okay with just being patient. You're okay with people saying what they say. It's like the queen energy, the queen in as opposite to the king. The queen is graceful, so the queen forgives. The king, for example, may is fair and just and passes a judgment and does what is right. But the queen, for example, can be sees all of that as well, but can be more forgiving. She's somebody who can listen to others as well. It's more the nurturing energy, while the king provides through the outer actions and the right action and implementing right actions, whether that be law or providing his subjects with everything that they need physically. The queen nurtures, so the queen is able to hold space even when others screw up. Like, it's the first thing that she says will not be off with their heads. That's not a healthy queen. So she has that capacity to understand that that things, there's this grace that is there, this elegance in the queen. So while she knows what is right and wrong, it's not that she's naive and she'll just take like be a doormat to anyone. But there's this sense of observing and holding space for the other person, where they feel that they're in the presence of an elegant being, an elegant lady. But I don't want to use the word lady because some of you watching this might not be female. But it's that metaphor, that symbol that of elegance and grace. Somebody who is graceful, somebody who's not wanting to be right, but somebody who is so large and full within themselves that they can actually hold space for others to become, to go through that death and rebirth process in their presence, even if within that they are not graceful. Let's say they don't act in a harmonious way with you. So I feel that that's what you're becoming. It's more about this beautiful yin yang, that you can experience it no matter what is going on, and you've really mastered this. And 2021 is going to show you the gifts that can bring. When you feel harmony and you feel sensuality, you will magnetize everything that you need because you're in harmony, you're in your sensuality. And there's this maturity that is there. It's not just this sense of lightness, but it's this aliveness with this maturity. So I feel that that is your message for this year. Let me know in the comments below if it resonated, what you think about it, and give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed this message. That really helps me out. And subscribe if you're new here, and I hope you enjoyed this. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in the next video.